watching East Tennessee weather, powered by Rusty Wallace Automotive Group.
And good Saturday morning. The pitter-patter of heavy rain is falling around East Tennessee, and we've got a strong cold front heading our way, and that cold front's going to be swinging its way on in, and that's going to bring us not just the rain this morning. Now, the rain's not going to be with us all day today, but it is going to bring us the chance for strong to severe thunderstorms as we head off to bed and during the overnight hours tonight. So good Saturday morning, everyone. Don't cancel any of your outdoor plans today. The rain will move its way on out. We may see a couple of spotty showers, but I think then generally speaking, we will continue to see mostly cloudy skies and some drier weather today before the main event heads our way overnight tonight. So anybody have outdoor plans here this morning? Here's what it looks like. It's soggy for sure. Some solid rain has been falling here at my house all across East Tennessee from the Central Valley along Interstate 75, Pellissippi Parkway, Interstate 40 as well. And we've already started to see some drier weather conditions along the plateau along Highway 27 and 127 from Crossville through Jamestown, Scott County into parts of Morgan County, or most of Morgan County anyways. But this is the story this morning. We'll start you off in the Southern Valley here across East Tennessee this morning. Again, we do have the showers from McMinn up and down the I-75 corridor, so anybody have travel plans there, you're going to run into some solid rain. As I mentioned, the rain has slowly subsided across parts of Oneida, Huntsville, along Highway 27, all the way down through Harriman, although Harriman's just still seeing a little bit of rain, but that quickly is racing its way off to our east and northeast. Across the northeastern valley, not a ton of rain so far. Morristown started to pick up some rain. Same with Jefferson City and Bean Station, Tazewell. Sevierville and Pigeon Forge starting to see the rain increasing as well as into the Gatlinburg area. But most of Cott County and Greene County and up towards Johnson City and the Tri-Cities area, most of the area is dry there for now, but that's not going to stay that way all day long. Mountain views, by the way, we're going to see more snow developing across the mountains as we head into the overnight hours tonight into and through the day tomorrow as we see some strong cold air advection. What is that? That's cold air racing its way into East Tennessee, and that's going to give us falling temperatures on Sunday. It's going to be a cold and blustery day. The rain is a little ahead of schedule, at least the main event. We talked about this morning, the morning rain that we're seeing out there right now all day yesterday and the last couple of days. And in and around Knox County, we still have some solid rain from Clinton all the way through Norris, Luttrell to Blaine. And don't worry, folks in Clinton, and any events outdoors today. I know there are a lot of events that got rescheduled. Those will go on without a hitch, I think, as we get into the late morning and early afternoon, as the rain will slowly work its way on out. So let's go ahead and talk about the latest weather headlines and all the details right now. So morning rain with a mostly dry afternoon. Can't rule out a couple of spotty showers here today. Strong to severe thunderstorms late tonight. Storm Prediction Center has expanded that risk for severe storms. Falling temperatures Sunday and gusty winds expected. It is going to be on the breezier side as well today. Sorry, the channel is melting there on you. That just means it's updating. A chilly Monday, but a dry week ahead of us. Those are the weather headlines. So out there this morning, as we get thus started, a little bit colder across upper East Tennessee with temperatures in the 40s, but the wind has increased a little bit, and because of that, the temperatures have stayed on the milder side across the plateau, Central and Southern Valley. Temperatures are trending much warmer, especially across the Southern Valley, from Monroe down to McMinn, Cleveland to Chattanooga, Saudi Daisy to Whitwell. Temperatures are nearly 20, 25 degrees warmer this morning than yesterday, and everyone else is about 10 to 15 degrees warmer from what we saw yesterday as well. All right, so this is what you want to know. Here's the latest future cast. As we pick up our timeline here this morning, it is now currently 7:13 on Saturday. Good morning to have some breakfast and hang out and just chill out this morning unless you have to be somewhere. If you do, obviously, I just walked you through the rain, so it is going to be soggy. But here's the future cast. We'll run you through the day today. The heavier rain is going to be with us here this morning. We'll start to fade away as we get into the 10 to noon hour. And then anytime after that, some hit-and-miss sunshine can't be ruled out, but also can't rule out a stray shower or two. I think that would be the exception, definitely not the rule. So it is going to be a drier day. Remember, I said the Storm Prediction Center has increased or elevated that risk for severe storms. I mean, for crying out loud, it's December 9th, and we're talking about a strong storm that's going to bring us the chance for severe weather. So the Cumberland Plateau, the Western Valley, so from Scott County to Morgan, all the way down into Ray and Meigs County, or parts of Ray and Meigs County anyways, and into the Chattanooga area, that's a level 2. That's a slight risk For severe storms, that's a little bit elevated than the level 1, which is the area shaded in green. That's the marginal risk, and this is issued by the Storm Prediction Center. They're the ones who issue the big risk for severe weather, or the severe weather potential anyways, across the country. So let's walk you through that. Picking up our timeline at 7 o'clock tonight. If you have dinner plans, if you have Christmas plans, if there's parties going on, or you're just hanging out at home, we should be nice and quiet from 7 through about 10, but then 10 to midnight, here comes the line of storms. Now, this has sped up from what I was talking about yesterday. Remember, I said it's probably going to be closer to sunrise. Well, it looks like it's going to be a little bit sooner than that, and that's typical when we got to get these storms as they kind of race a little bit further to the east. So by midnight tonight, heads up on the Cumberland Plateau from Fentress County to Cumberland, Ray and Meigs County. Keep in mind that we are talking about strong to severe storms. Now, that's where the level 2 risk is, right? Damaging wind will be the main threat out of this entire system, but we do have enough spin in the atmosphere to possibly tap into. And anytime we talk a strong cold front and severe storms, you never can rule out an isolated spin up or a tornado. So we're going to keep you close to updated on that. Make sure that you have a way to receive your weather information tonight as you head off to bed. And remember that if you have the East Tennessee Weather app or whatnot, or if you have a Roku TV or Amazon Fire, if severe weather were to break out tonight, I will be live and keep you posted so I can keep everyone safe here as we head into the overnight hour. So again, an easy way to do that would be the cell phone, of course. And I'll walk you through all those details here in just a bit. So from midnight to 2 to 4, the storm's going to swing its way through. Again, give or take about an hour or two, as typically these tend to speed up a little bit. And it is going to make for a soggy start to our Sunday morning, but no severe weather risk early Sunday morning. Again, most of that's going to be late tonight and through the overnight hours. Then through the day on Sunday, here comes the cold front. Cold front races off to our east, and here comes what we call cold air advection. Colder air swinging its way into East Tennessee. So temperatures will fall for the day on Sunday. The warmest part is really going to be during the overnight hours and through the right around sunrise. And then those temperatures come falling on down throughout the day. With that said, I think anytime, I'd say about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, we'll start to really see that switch over from rain to snow across the mountains. That's what we get, that upslope flow. The air runs perpendicular to the mountains from the northwest, and so that's going to wring out the atmosphere in the form of snow. But that's when the cold air comes in, right around, let's say, 2 to 4 o'clock in the afternoon for the mountains. The plateau could be closer to about 4 to 6, 7 o'clock as that colder air starts to fall. You know, got to realize the mountains are higher than the plateau. And so we could see a little bit of a transition. But remember, I was talking about the fact that does this cold air actually catch up to the main moisture source? And the answer to that is probably no. But with cold air and lingering moisture, we're likely to continue to see that threat for some light snow showers, mainly across the higher elevations. All right, so rainfall amounts from this morning's rain and the rain that we're going to expect overnight tonight. We are talking about 1 to 2, maybe even pockets of 3 inches. That has not changed over the last couple of days. So it is a rain maker for sure. We got a lot of moisture in the atmosphere to work with, and that's what's going to produce the heavy rain. Drought-busting rain from this weekend and even what we saw last weekend likely to significantly help the drought that we've had ongoing around town. Now, okay, here's your futurecast snowfall accumulation. Okay, so I'm not going to throw numbers out there per se, but I think across the higher elevations, the mountains will see probably 1 to 3 inches, kind of like what we saw last weekend as well. Do we see a little bit of light flurry, a dusting of snow across the plateau, southern, southeastern Kentucky, southwest Virginia? I think so, just due to the fact that it's going to be cold. But again, now I'm not expecting any major travel concerns or traveling across the region shouldn't be any that big of a deal. The ground is warm. I mean, listen, it's been warm. We haven't had it really been that cold, and it's going to be warmer throughout the day today. So you got a warm ground. So anything that does fall will likely melt pretty quickly. I remember I talked about the wind. Let's switch over to wind and temperatures now that we've walked you through the radar. Let's talk about the wind gusts. This takes you through the day today into the overnight hours. You can see we pick up a timeline at noon. And so from noon to 6, the wind will start to pick up around town. And then from 6 to midnight, that's when the strong storms are going to start to come on through. And that's when the wind's going to crank up as well. We got a lot of upper level wind. And that's what we're going to possibly tap into. And that's why damaging wind gusts will be likely the main threat. But again, can't rule out an isolated spin up or tornado. So we'll keep you posted on that. Make sure you have always a way to receive those weather alerts during the overnight hours. Always important. Don't typically think about severe weather in December, but here we are. So this morning we start off with temps in the 40s. By noon, we're going to climb into the mid-50s. That's not bad. The wind's going to pick up out of the southwest. We have much of a southwesterly flow to the atmosphere, and that's going to help to boost our temperatures into the low to mid 60s as we get into the afternoon today. And into the evening hours, again, if you have any evening plans, the rain will start to pick up probably after, 9, 10, 11 o'clock tonight. But other than that, it looks like we'll stay mostly cloudy as we get into the evening hours. Should be a nice night if you have dinner plans or if you have any sort of parades or, Christmas plans, whatnot. It should be nice evening. But as we head off to bed, that's when the rain's going to start to pick up and the strong to severe storms as well. Here's your temperature trend for Sunday. Sunday morning, we start off with temps in the 50s. We'll fall down into the 40s during the afternoon. But again, the wind's going to pick up, so we'll likely have wind chill values in the 30s. It is going to be a cold and blustery Sunday. And we're going to continue that on into our Monday. So Monday, we're at 44, and then we rebound back to basically to those seasonal averages with a nice, quiet, and dry week next week. With that said, next Saturday and Sunday, it looks like we're now in this pattern where it's about every week that we start to see more rain and more storms. And next Saturday and Sunday, another low pressure system is being advertised on the model guidance. And so we could see heavy rain and rain switching over to snow once again. So we'll keep you posted on all things over the next week and through, of course, throughout the day today. So let's say good morning to everyone. We sure hope you have a wonderful and safe day. I do want to walk you through the app for just a moment. Due to the fact that because we have strong thunderstorms, I want you to understand what you can do. First things first, this morning, just click on the interactive radar. That's exactly what's going on right now. So the interactive radar is really a useful tool because it opens up to current radar information. That's exactly what's happening around town right now. But as I push play, it goes back 2 hours and then pauses, and then goes into a forecast of 2 hours. And so you can see how over the next 2 hours, so as we get closer to 9, 10 o'clock this morning, a lot of the rain is going to continue to shift its way off to these. So this is a great tool. Even if a stray shower were to pop up throughout the day today, which I'm not expecting a whole lot, but if it does, just click on the interactive radar and be like, oh, okay, cool. It's just going to race on out of here. It may be here for like 10 minutes, and then it moves its way on out. This will also be a great tool as we head into the overnight hours. And again, a lot of us sleep with our cell phones right next to our beds. And so what I want you to know that if we do need to go live tonight, which I will if we need to, which will probably likely do that to track the storms for you. Super easy way. You can be laying in bed. You don't even have to turn on the TV. Just click on that very top link, the 24-hour live stream. The very top button there at the top of the app. That will open up this, and all you have to do is click play, and that's where I will be doing severe weather coverage. If you have a Roku TV, I will break into the channel. So what you see on TV right now is what you would get as we get into the evening. I'd actually probably get rid of the L bar, that's what we call that, with the current conditions and the 7-day forecast, and it would likely take that full screen because that's important too. When you're on your cell phones are small, so I want you to be able to see any of the weather data and anything that's happening as it's ongoing. So again, great tools. Of course, you can always go to the easttnweather.com website as well to track any sort of severe weather potential. But I'll be live on all those platforms: Amazon, Fire, we've got Roku, we've got the website, we've got the app, we're on YouTube as well, and both my Facebook channels, the Mike Witcher TV and the East Tennessee Weather Facebook pages. So what is that, 6, 7 platforms that I'll be live on if we need to go live for severe weather coverage later on tonight to keep you all up to date and safe. So I sure hope you have a great morning. It is raining cats and dogs, says Buck here this morning. Buck, drive well safe as you head back from North Carolina later on tonight. And again, I know we have a lot of events going on across East Tennessee. We've got some light rain in Jefferson City right now, but the heavier rain will start to work its way on in. I know we've got events going on in Clinton. We've had some parades that are going to be rescheduled from what we had yesterday. So anyways, I sure hope you all have a wonderful and safe day. Make sure you track the rain. Make sure you stay safe and always be safe and kind to each other. And don't forget to always check back in for weather updates that I will continue to update the daily forecast. That's one thing I didn't show you. If you're new to seeing this live stream, let me show you one more time. The daily forecast is always updated at least 3 times a day, 6 a.m., noon, and 6 p.m., or thereabouts anyways. And that's just right here with that orange button and the finger. That's the play button. You click on that. That will take you to the forecast, the daily forecast updates. It's a quick and easy way to get just a quick check of the updated forecast. So as things may change throughout the day today, I will be updating that. So make sure you check back in. I will also send push alerts through the East Tennessee Weather app. So if you don't have that right now, I would highly recommend downloading that. Push alerts with lightning, severe weather information will get posted through the East Tennessee Weather app, and I will send push alerts letting you know that, hey, listen, I'm getting ready to go live, so check in, and I'll send you the link to do that as well. All right, we sure hope you have a wonderful and safe day. Thanks for joining me here on this good old Saturday morning. I'm going to step inside and go say hi to my family. I'll see you soon.
You're watching East Tennessee Weather, powered by Rusty Wallace Automotive Group.
Happy Saturday. Sure hope you're having a great day so far. Yeah, soggy one for sure, but the rain's not going to be with us all day today. However, with that said, we've been talking about it all week long. We do have a strong cold front heading our way overnight tonight, and that's going to produce the possibility of strong to severe thunderstorms, damaging wind being the main threat, but can't rule out an isolated spin-up. So we're going to be watching that closely later on tonight. Falling temperatures on Sunday, chilly Monday, moderating temperatures, and a dry week next week. So as we look at the wind throughout the day today, the wind's going to be on the increase throughout the day. And even overnight tonight, as the cold front moves its way on through, it's going to be rather gusty. We've got a lot of wind in the atmosphere to work with. So we start the morning off with some scattered rain, some steadier rain showers, some pretty good solid showers around parts of town. We'll pick up about 1/4 of an inch of rain, but most of the day should be dry. Now, can't rule out maybe a stray shower during the afternoon and early evening hours as we get that southerly flow. It is that southerly flow that's bringing us the rain showers. We'll pick up about 1/4 of an inch of rainfall, but it's also going to bring us the warmer temperatures. We should make it into the low, mid, and maybe even a few pockets of upper 60s throughout the afternoon hours. And a nice evening, but again, as we get into the evening and early overnight hours, stay weather alert as we are talking about the possibility of some strong to severe thunderstorms anytime after about bedtime here tonight. The Storm Prediction Center has put us under a level 1 and level 2 risk for severe weather. We're explaining more details on that. We'll walk you through the rest of your future cast and your 3-day. That's coming up in 5.5 minutes. All right, so remember, the Storm Prediction Center has put us under a level 1 and 2 risk for strong to severe thunderstorms. We've got a strong cold front that's moving our way, and that's going to move through during the late evening and overnight hours. So let's time it out for you. Again, give or take about an hour or two on this model forecast due to the fact that sometimes these storms speed up a little bit. But here's the deal. As we get into the about 10 to midnight, we'll see it work its way along the plateau and then into the valley location. So the storm has sped up a bit from what we've been talking about over the last couple of days. It is going to be a soggy start to our Sunday morning, but again, could see some strong to severe thunderstorms as we head into the evening and overnight hours. If need be, I will break in and give you live weather updates on all platforms, whether it be on Roku TV, Amazon Fire, Facebook, both Facebook pages, East Tennessee Weather and the Mike Witcher TV Facebook page, and as well as on YouTube. You can get that on your cell phone as well with the East Tennessee Weather app, so make sure you check back in. All right, as we head through the day on Sunday, we're still going to see some showers through the morning hours, but then that colder air comes racing on in. It's going to be a cold and blustery Sunday afternoon, and we're going to stay on the chilly side throughout our Monday as well. Higher elevations of the plateau, the mountains, will likely pick up the snow. So falling temperatures throughout the day on Sunday. We start off in the 50s and will fall into the 30s and 40s. We'll show you the big picture weather pattern, talk much more about your 7-day forecast. That's coming up here in just a few minutes. Just know that Monday is going to be chilly. Well, Sunday too, but Monday, and then we'll moderate nicely on into our Tuesday. I'll be right back. Let's go ahead and recap those weather headlines. We are talking about a strong cold front that moves through overnight tonight, bringing us the risk for strong to severe thunderstorms, falling temperatures on Sunday, and yes, a bout of snow possible as well. So we'll keep you posted on that. Everyone's getting wet. Most of us got wet here during the early morning hours, but the rain will continue to fade away, and then it moves its way back in as we head into the overnight hours. The Storm Prediction Center has increased the level of severe weather risk, well, expanded anyways, the level 2, to include the Cumberland Plateau and the Western Valley of East Tennessee. Here's the cold front moving its way on into the area. Severe weather to break out across parts of Nashville by around 7 o'clock tonight. It moves its way through East Tennessee, I'd say anytime after about 10 o'clock tonight. So make sure you stay weather alert, have a way to receive your weather information. And again, don't forget, if anything becomes severe, I'll break in and do some severe weather coverage for you as we head into the overnight hours. On the backside of that system, cold air comes racing on in, and we could see that transition from rain to snow. We've been talking about that all week. So falling temperatures on Sunday, we'll start off in the 50s, but we'll fall into the 40s. We'll stay in the 40s on Monday, and then moderate nicely as we get into the middle and latter part of next week. Not to mention, looks like it's going to be on the dry side as well. Have a great day. All right, let's go ahead and continue our forecast. We'll pick up the timeline here this morning. And again, a soggy start to our Saturday, but the rain's not going to be with us all day. Now, can we rule out a stray shower throughout the day? No, we can't. But most of the day should be dry. It's going to be breezy, and it's going to be on the warmer side. Temperatures topping out in the 60s, so enjoy that. So if you have any outdoor plans here today, just make sure if you get a raindrop or two, track it with the interactive radar. It's a great tool there. Strong to severe thunderstorms, level 1 and level 2 risk. That's been issued by the Storm Prediction Center. And so most of that's going to come through later on this evening. So let's time it out for you. Basically, anytime after 10 o'clock tonight, we're going to be tracking a line of strong thunderstorms. As we get closer to 10 to midnight, it's going to be working its way on into the area. And again, damaging wind will be the main threat out of this storm system, but we've got some spin in the atmosphere, if you will. And so with that spin, can't rule out a spin up. So tornadoes can never be ruled out when we're talking severe storms, something to keep in mind. So if need to be, I will keep you up to date. And don't forget that you can always track it with the interactive radar with the East Tennessee Weather app. Colder air comes racing in back behind the system, and some snow developing across the plateau and the mountains with a strong northwesterly flow. Doesn't look like it's going to be a huge snowstorm for the mountains, but still could see maybe 1 to 3 inches up across the higher terrain. Still a soaker, though, so from this morning's rain through the rain overnight tonight, we're still talking 1 to possibly 2 inches of rainfall. So the weekend forecast, it's going to be nice, mostly dry for the afternoon today. We're going to be in the mid-60s. Falling temperatures, that 50 is going to be early in the morning. We fall into the 40s during the afternoon. And again, strong to severe thunderstorms. So have a way to receive weather information as you head off to bed tonight. I'll see you soon. All right, so remember, the Storm Prediction Center has put us under a level 1 and 2 risk for strong to severe thunderstorms. We've got a strong cold front that's moving our way, and that's going to move through during the late evening and overnight hours. So let's time it out for you. Again, give or take about an hour or two on this model forecast due to the fact that sometimes these storms speed up a little bit. But here's the deal. As we get into the about 10 to midnight, we'll see it work its way along the plateau and then into the valley location. So the storm has sped up a bit, from what we've been talking about over the last couple of days. It is going to be a soggy start to our Sunday morning, but again, could see some strong to severe thunderstorms as we head into the evening and overnight hours. If need be, I will break in and give you live weather updates on all platforms, whether it be on Roku TV, Amazon Fire, Facebook, both Facebook pages, East Tennessee Weather and the Mike Witcher TV Facebook page, and as well as on YouTube. You can get that on your cell phone as well with the East Tennessee Weather app, so make sure you check back in. All right, as we head through the day on Sunday, we're still going to see some showers through the morning hours, but then that colder air comes racing on in. It's going to be a cold and blustery Sunday afternoon, and we're going to stay on the chilly side throughout our Monday as well. Higher elevations of the plateau, the mountains will likely pick up the snow. So falling temperatures throughout the day on Sunday. We start off in the 50s and will fall into the 30s and 40s. We'll show you the big picture weather pattern, talk much more about your 7-day forecast. That's coming up here in just a few minutes. Just know that Monday is going to be chilly. Well, Sunday too, but Monday, and then we'll moderate nicely on into our Tuesday. I'll be right back. Let's go ahead and recap those weather headlines. We are talking about a strong cold front that moves through overnight tonight, bringing us the risk for strong to severe thunderstorms, falling temperatures on Sunday, and yes, a bout of snow possible as well. So we'll keep you posted on that. Everyone's getting wet. Most of us got wet here during the early morning hours, but the rain will continue to fade away, and then it moves its way back in as we head into the overnight hours. The Storm Prediction Center has increased the level of severe weather risk, well, expanded anyways, the level 2, to include the Cumberland Plateau and the Western Valley of East Tennessee. Here's the cold front moving its way on into the area. Severe weather to break out across parts of Nashville by around 7 o'clock tonight. Moves its way through East Tennessee, let's say anytime after about 10 o'clock tonight. So make sure you stay weather alert, have a way to receive your weather information. And again, don't forget, if anything becomes severe, I'll break in and do some severe weather coverage for you as we head into the overnight hours. On the backside of that system, cold air comes racing on in, and we could see that transition from rain to snow. We've been talking about that all week. So falling temperatures on Sunday. We'll start off in the 50s, but we'll fall into the 40s. We'll stay in the 40s on Monday, and then moderate nicely as we get into the middle and latter part of next week. Not to mention, looks like it's going to be on the dry side as well. Have a great day.
You're watching East Tennessee Weather, powered by Rusty Wallace Automotive Group.
All right, enough of you are on here. I've been chatting with a lot of you through the messaging there on social media. So if you are joining me on social media, thanks for joining me here this morning. Once again, I just wanted to jump back in here for a second. I've seen enough of you pop in, pop out, and more people come into the stream to find out what's going on for the day today. So might as well give you another little live weather update. You were watching the 24/7 live stream of weather. That's the 24-hour weather channel for East Tennessee Weather. It's available on Roku, Amazon Fire, via the app, and of course the website. So make sure you check that out from time to time. And of course, if we need to go live tonight to break in for severe weather coverage, the East Tennessee Weather app is going to be your best tool to do that, because you'll be either laying in bed, maybe you're watching a movie, and so you can just open your phone, and I'll walk you through that here in just a moment if you don't have the app. So thanks for joining me once again. Just saw a lot of you popping in, so let's go ahead and get to work and talk about what's going on. Now, we do have the rain still falling around East Tennessee. It's been heavy rain here this morning, so that's going to make for some slow-going, tough travel if anybody's got to travel here to get the day started. But don't cancel any plans here for the afternoon. I know there are a lot of plans, a lot of events that are ongoing or going on here today, some parades that were canceled from last weekend. So don't worry, the rain's going to come to an end. Clinton's got a big old festival going on with the antique show or what. I'm not quite sure exactly what it is, but you can do some Christmas shopping and antique shopping. There's going to be food trucks out there as well. So the family and I may be heading out to Clinton. So if you see me in Clinton, come say hi. I'd love to see you. All right, let's take you down across the Southern Valley, as we do have the rain starting to fade away across parts of Ray and Meigs County. Chattanooga's already started to see some drier weather conditions. Same with the north and northwestern sections of town. A couple of spotty showers still for parts of Fentress, Cumberland, Scott, and Morgan County. But the rain is shifting its way to the north and northeast, and that's really going to be the story as this slides off to our east here through the rest of the day today. Rest of the morning, I should say. And across the mountains may already start to squeeze out just a little bit of a wintry mix across the highest peaks of the Smokies and central Knox County, northwest Knox County, already seen improving conditions from Oliver Springs to Oak Ridge and into the Clinton community. So do travel safely if you have travel plans here this morning. But let's go ahead and recap those weather headlines as we head through the day today. We will continue to see improving weather conditions throughout the day today. It's going to be a warm and breezy day around town as well. The morning rain and mostly dry later on this afternoon, but then have a way to receive weather information tonight as you head off to bed. Anytime after about 8 to 10 o'clock from the western valley and plateau through the central valley and the mountains in upper East Tennessee, I think anytime after 8 to 10 o'clock tonight, do anticipate a chance for strong to maybe even severe thunderstorms as the Storm Prediction Center has expanded that risk for severe weather. I know it's December 9th. By the way, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. Good Saturday morning. The wind's going to be on the increase. A little bit breezy today, but rather gusty as that cold front approaches and moves into our area. So when you look at our future cast, we pick up our timeline here at 7 o'clock. And again, running you through the day today. Let's go back to that here for just a second. Running you through the day today. Again, we're going to continue to see those showers slowly fade away. Probably some little bit of hit and miss sunshine can't be ruled out, so maybe grab the sunglasses. But you won't need the jackets because temperatures will warm nicely. As we get into the 7 o'clock hour, not a whole lot of activity, but we will be tracking the severe weather moving its way out of Middle Tennessee as we get into 7, 8, and 9 o'clock here tonight. So your rainfall forecast, again, the rain's going to continue to slowly subside. I'm not quite sure why that graphic's not updating. That is not right. We've definitely seen a lot more rain than 200 of an inch of rain, so don't mind that graphic. But forecast highs, a southerly flow, a little breezy at times will help to warm our temperatures in the low to mid-60s. Our evening forecast should be nice if you have dinner plans tonight, if you have parades or Christmas parties to go to, but just keep in mind if you're going to be staying out late, anytime after about 8 to 10 o'clock here tonight, just do anticipate a chance for some strong thunderstorms. So there's the severe weather risk. This has been issued by the Storm Prediction Center. They're out of Norman, Oklahoma, by the way. They're the ones who issue the big risk for severe weather across the country. And so they have included the Western Valley and the Cumberland Plateau to be in a level 2 risk. That's that area shaded in yellow. And a level 1 risk. So level 2 is higher or a greater risk than level 1. And we do have some spin in the atmosphere. So I think anytime after about midnight, 10 to midnight anyways, along the leading edge of that front, we have some spin that we could tap into. And so with any severe weather risk, don't keep in mind that the main risk is going to be damaging wind, but can't rule out the chance for an isolated tornado or two. So not likely to see it because we don't have a lot of instability in the atmosphere, but we do have spin in the atmosphere. And so that's something that we're going to be watching closely as well. So let's pick up our timeline at 7 o'clock tonight. We'll run you through 10 to midnight, and you'll notice those showers and thunderstorms rolling their way into the valley locations. That's the cold front and the leading edge of the severe weather risk. And so as we get into our Sunday morning, the risk for severe storms fades away. But here comes the colder air, and that colder air is going to come racing on in, and it is going to be a chilly Sunday afternoon and a little blustery as well. Not to mention, as we get into the afternoon, the cold air comes racing in, so as it does, we'll likely get a switch over from rain to snow. And the mountains, of course, will get the most because we have that perpendicular flow to the mountains where we'll squeeze and wring out any available moisture, picking up some snow. So your forecast for Sunday, we start off with temps in the 50s, we'll fall into the 40s, and then it's going to be a cold Monday with temperatures only making it into the mid-40s Monday afternoon, and low temperatures will be in the low 30s. Tuesday, we'll see plenty of sunshine and a nice, quiet, dry weather pattern will be heading our way as we head into the middle part of next week. On the big picture, if you want to stick around, I've got more on that big picture pattern. Again, just to kind of recap the weather headlines. Morning rain, mostly dry this afternoon. Strong to severe thunderstorms late tonight. Falling temperatures Sunday and gusty with a chilly Monday, but a dry week next week. Everybody's getting soaked this morning and tomorrow, or at least tonight. Remember, that percentage of rainfall never tells you the whole story. It doesn't tell you duration, intensity, timing, or even totals. So just know that we're talking about a lot of rain. 1 to 2 maybe pockets of 3 inches of rain when you include this morning's rain and the rain that's heading our way overnight tonight. Anybody have travel plans, keep in mind that we are talking about severe weather to break out across much of the Mississippi River Valley, middle and west Tennessee as we get into the late afternoon and evening hours. That's going to race its way across the state as we get into the overnight hours. So starting Monday morning, or Sunday morning, I should say, we're going to be soggy, but that risk for severe weather fades away as we head through the overnight hours. So it's going to be just the leading edge of that frontal boundary and then some snow being wrung out of the atmosphere as the low pressure system tracks its way on out. Falling temperatures Sunday, so that high of 56 will likely be first thing in the morning, and then we'll fall into the 40s during the afternoon. We'll stay in the 40s on Monday and then climb back into the 50s as we head into next week. And we also are talking about some nice, quiet, and mild and dry weather next week. If you're new to this and haven't downloaded the East Tennessee Weather app, I wanted to walk you through a couple things on the East Tennessee Weather app because it's a great tool to have, especially when we're talking risk for strong to severe thunderstorms. And that could happen as we, maybe you're in a movie tonight. Maybe you're heading out to dinner. Maybe you're going out on town and you're coming home late or just heading off to bed. We all have our cell phones pretty much by our bedsides every single night. And so if you don't have the app, please download it. It's a great tool. You'll get severe weather information, alerts as well. So when you open it up, this is what you'll see on the screen. So you'll see the 24-hour live weather channel. So if I do break in and do severe weather coverage, I'll send a push alert, and I will be live right there on that very top tile. Just click on that live weather channel tile, and that will take you to the 24-hour live stream, which is what we're looking at right now. We've got our temperatures below that, and of course, the interactive radar. The interactive radar is a great tool because not only when you open it up to your location, it pinpoints exactly what's going on right now. But if you push play, it shows you, goes back 2 hours, to show you how it's moving. It pauses at the current hour and then goes into a future cast. So you can see our future cast as we take you into now, pause, future cast. Look at this, improving conditions. The rain's going to be coming to an end in just a short while. And if you always want weather updates just on the go, that orange button, that orange play button with a hand right there. Of course, I'm getting the titles put back on there. They have not been put back on yet. But if you click that, that will take you to your daily forecast update. I update this at least 3 times a day, usually around 6 a.m., noon, and around 6 p.m. But as severe weather ramps up, I will likely update that more. And again, if I need to break in doing severe weather coverage, I will be right here on the East Tennessee Weather app and, of course, online at easttnweather.com, on Roku, on Amazon Fire, both my Facebook pages. So the Mike Witcher TV Facebook page and the East Tennessee Weather Facebook page, plus YouTube. And go subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's a quick weather update this morning. Thanks for joining in. I've had a lot of you sticking around this morning because of the rain and the risk for strong thunderstorms. So I'll keep you posted on how things play out throughout the day and into the evening hours. All right. We sure hope you have a great day. Go have a great Saturday. Don't cancel your plans. The parades and outdoor events should be just fine. Of course, damp now, but improving conditions and warm temperatures later on this afternoon. We'll see you back here real soon.